The Last Ride on Clinton Road. It was past midnight when Daniel pulled onto Clinton Road, a desolate stretch of highway in West Milford, New Jersey, infamous for its ghostly legends. He had heard the stories before: phantom headlights, ghostly children, and figures that vanish into the trees. But he was never one to believe in urban legends. Tonight, however, was different. He was driving alone, the trees on either side forming a tunnel of darkness. The road twisted and turned, each corner swallowed by the pitch-black night. The only sounds were the hum of his engine and the occasional rustle of the wind through the dense forest. As he neared the Ghost Boy Bridge, Daniel remembered the tale. If you toss a coin into the water, a ghostly child would throw it back. Curious but skeptical, he pulled over and flicked a quarter into the stream below. He waited. Silence. Chuckling to himself, he turned back to his car only to freeze in place. A small pale handprint had appeared on his driver's side window. His breath hitched. He hadn't touched the window. He hadn't seen anyone. Swallowing hard, he wiped it away with his sleeve, jumped into the car, and sped off. The road stretched endlessly ahead, his headlights cutting through the dense fog that had suddenly begun to settle. Then, in the distance, he saw it. A pair of red taillights hovering in midair. A car? No, the lights were too high, too still. As he got closer, his stomach dropped. It was a pair of glowing red eyes. Daniel slammed on the brakes. The figure stood in the middle of the road, tall, thin, its limbs unnaturally long. Its head tilted slightly, as if curious about him. Then, in a blink, it disappeared. His heart pounded in his chest as he floored the gas. He had to get out of there. But the road, it wouldn't end. Mile after mile, turn after turn. It was as if Clinton Road had trapped him. The fuel gauge was dropping, and panic clawed at his throat. He turned the radio on for some distraction, only to be met with a whispering voice. "You shouldn't have stopped." Daniel screamed and swerved, barely missing a tree as his tires screeched against the pavement. He didn't stop. Not until he finally saw the glowing neon sign of a gas station, a sign that shouldn't have been there. The station was abandoned. No cars, no lights. Just an old man sitting on a rocking chair by the entrance, watching him with knowing eyes. Daniel stumbled out of his car, breathless. "Please, I need help. There was something on the road." The old man took a slow drag from his cigarette. Then, without looking at Daniel, he spoke. "Son, you're not the first, but you might be the last." Behind him, in the reflection of the gas station window, Daniel saw them figures standing at the edge of the trees, watching, waiting. He had never left Clinton Road, and he never would. The night air was thick with fog as Lisa and Mark cruised down Clinton Road, the headlights barely cutting through the darkness. The road was deathly silent. No other cars, no streetlights, just the endless trees swallowing the pavement. Then, out of nowhere, a woman appeared on the roadside. She stood barefoot, wearing a thin soaked nightgown that clung to her frail body. Her skin looked deathly pale, and her long black hair dripped with water. Lisa grabbed Mark's arm. "Don't stop." But Mark already had. The woman slowly turned her head toward them, her hollow eyes locking onto Mark's. Her lips barely moved, but Lisa swore she heard a whisper inside the car. "Take me home." The doors unlocked on their own. The woman slid into the back seat without making a sound. Her presence filled the car with a damp, rotting smell, like something that had been pulled from the bottom of a lake. Mark forced a smile. "Where do you live?" She didn't answer, just stared out the window. Lisa glanced at the rearview mirror. The woman's reflection was distorted, like a waterlogged corpse. Her skin was turning blue. Lisa turned around, but the back seat was empty. she gasped, grabbing Mark's arm. "She's gone!" Mark's hands shook on the wheel. "No, she's still here." Lisa turned back to the mirror. The woman was smiling now, wide, unnatural, her teeth blackened and jagged. Then she whispered again, "You're the ones going home." The car veered off the road on its own. The tires screeched, spinning wildly as they were thrown toward the trees. Lisa and Mark braced for impact, but the crash never came. Instead, they found themselves right back on Clinton Road, driving as if nothing had happened. The radio crackled. Then, in the faintest voice, the woman whispered from the speakers, "I never left.